Alright everyone, this is episode number 99 today for the Mexican Grand Prix of Season 6. If you missed the previous episode at Monza, I recommend you go and check that one out before seeing this one, because, spoiler alert, we actually won that race ahead of Max Verstappen after coming second in Belgium earlier in the week, and it gives us a healthy 9-point lead over Verstappen. Norris almost out of it now.
Okay, I need your attention. The tech regulations are changing. There's a risk some of our hard work will be undone, so we need to mitigate it. As soon as you can, I want you to look at the developments we have and tell us what areas you want to invest in protecting.
So, not that it matters because this is the final season of the career, but we are having a regulation change. We're also getting a shock retirement news of Leclerc. So, Season 7 would have been interesting as I flash through and basically spend 40,000 resource points on upgrading, adapting all of our parts. All of them are being pretty much adapted at this moment in time. As well, other than durability, I haven't done many durability ones as well, but we'll go and get those later at the time, at a later date as well. But Leclerc is an interesting one. Never seen Leclerc retire in any career mode. Hamilton we had retired to F1 2020, but not that it matters anyway, because we'll see in both of those in F1 23's career mode. So back to the matter in hand. To qualifying, we're P3 at the moment, so very good first lap. Not quite a good run out that final corner though. We're half-tenth down on our previous best time. Through turn 1, can we gain some time here? A little bit of time gain there as well. It's not too bad if we don't beat our time through sector 1, because sector 2, sector 3 is where I do need to make up time. We're 10th and a bit down on Sainz's time. Russell up here again, he's having a fantastic run at the late as well. There is the time gained. Through the middle sector we gained half a tenth. And I actually gained a tenth because obviously we're half tenth down through the first sector now. Through this S section, which I'm hoping on F123 that with the curbs, everything will be a lot nicer to drive as we come through to the middle sector split. We are purple middle sector. I'm a little bit surprising that I'd set a purple middle sector, because the middle sector usually where I'm the worst against the AI, but nevertheless, exactly what we've done. We're 10th and bit up on our previous best time as we come through the final sector, then the stadium section, up to the line, then 2 tenths and gain, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is P4. If we hadn't had such a poor first sector, that could have been pole. A tenth separating the top 8 there. That's incredibly close. So we'll see what we can do from 4th of the grid. It's time for the race day Mexican Grand Prix.
It's time then for the Mexico City Grand Prix, a race which gave Honda their first ever victory in 1965. American Richard Ginter winning from 3rd on the grid, and what of the Honda-powered cars this year? Red Bull have been strong here in recent seasons. Can they keep that record going today? We're a long way above sea level here in Mexico today, which could pose some cooling issues for the cars as they make their way around this 2.6 mile lap. 17 corners with top speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and watch out for potential overtaking into turns 1 and 4. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Oscar Piastri, Phoenix, Carlos Sainz and Verstappen, Tsunoda, Hamilton, Albon and George Russell, Drugovich, Gasly, Sebastian Vettel and Mick Schumacher, Ocon, Stroll, Kevin Magnussen and Guan Yu Zhou, Latifi and Robert Schwartzman. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. It's race day yet again, and joining me for a chat, Anthony Davidson. And our racers are certainly in for a rough day today. What will you be watching for as they go down into turn one?
Well, the start of the race is always one of the most nerve-wracking parts. You have to hope that everyone is able to get off to a clean start, and this is possibly the trickiest part of the entire race. So many drivers in such a small space, and finding your braking point into turn one as well. It's a testament to the driver's skill that there aren't more incidents.
Okay, now that we've got some good points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
I think we'll be aiming for a victory, Mark. But anyway, race strategy is going to be our favourite one stop from medium to soft. So it's worked for us in the past, and it's only slightly slower on the delta time as well. So it should be crucial to getting another victory and extending our championship advantage at the front. So 5 red lights then to the Mexican Grand Prix from 4th on the grid, and away we go. And it's the usual, well, it's initially a good start, but then of course that second phase where the AI are just OP on this year's, on F122 I should say, as Piastri and Sainz, and Hamilton having to go past us. We're going to get Hamilton back into turn one as well. Now we'll look at Sainz's contact. So Hamilton has given us floor damage at turn 2, ladies and gentlemen. He dived down the inside there. I was not expecting him to be down the inside there. He just dived down the inside. I wasn't expecting him to be there, and we got floor damage. As a result, Hamilton coming back at us here. We need to try and hold on. This has turned into a bit of damage limitation. Having a look at Sainz. No, can't make the move. We have to remain in P5 for now as well. But Norris, can he do us a favour? Leclerc at the road, Verstappen down the order after a poor qualifying. Norris takes the lead of the race. Meanwhile, back at RP, we've got Hamilton all over the back of us again. And again, he sent it on us down the inside. We've gone off circuit there, as you know, there wasn't particularly enough room. He just decided that not to give us, as if we weren't there, really. I think that's on him. We've had so many clashes with Hamilton on this career mode, and that is just, this race has just produced another couple. As well as we defend from Hamilton for now, trying to stop Verstappen getting up past us, because, you know, obviously Verstappen is a championship rival. Verstappen is having to go at Hamilton, but Hamilton defends. This will give me a little bit of breathing space and the vicious attacks on Hamilton, but of course Hamilton's back with DRS on lap number 3. We go a little bit deep on purpose, not too much deep, as there's someone gone wide there. I think it was Tsunoda. We'll get a replay on board with Tsunoda now, and he just locks up, goes straight on, and full loses 2 positions. Can't finish behind Drugovich there, who's having a poor time of it. Meanwhile, back to Hamilton versus Verstappen. Verstappen now has the inside line at that corner and is now up to P6. And I decided on lap 4 to try and get some DRS from him, because the DRS is very powerful around here with that long straight. Unfortunately, it's such a poor exit out of that corner, 6.5 tenths. He's already gained on us, and he's just going to keep on going. And Hamilton is just deciding he wants to attack us as well. So that was a mistake, and Hamilton's going to go through here. Can't get Hamilton here. Try and see if we can get him back. The next race, we've got Albon and Russell. We are just being attacked. This floor damage is horrible. It's just dragging us along, and I don't know what it is, whether it's just, you know, the setup or the car, but I think it's the floor damage. It's just making this car draggy and very slow in a straight line. And in the end, I decided to come in early to pick the soft tyres, to get the mediums off the car, and see if we can salvage some damage limitation to Leclerc in the championship. Maybe even Norris, if he's of course winning this race. This might be the race he needs should Leclerc suffer in later on. As that is Alex Albon, who's had a 360 Spinala, hasn't continued on, has let literally everyone past. Excuse me there. And then he got acceleration. He blocks Lando Norris, who's just come out of the pits. And that could be crucial because I think that's going to allow Leclerc to get back in front of Norris, and I think Sainz as well. As we're watching, Verstappen, he has come out of the pits and he's made his pit stop and has come out behind Lewis Hamilton. So this is good news. We want Hamilton, even though he's given us floor damage, it's a bit of damage limitation, as Norris this time is the one that locks up and goes deep, trying to overtake his old teammate Carlos Sainz as well. But now, ahead of us, or rather behind us, is the two AlphaTauris. That is gone way too deep for Magnussen, and Magnussen's day is about to get worse. He hasn't had a great season, Can-Mag, ever since AlphaTauri were the fastest team starting season 5. That car slumped down the field, and Magnussen's day has ended prematurely with an engine failure as well. Back to our POV. Hamilton and Verstappen have disappeared across the distance, and now we're being chased by Russell and Sebastian Vettel. Both of those are fighting through turn 1 and 2, which is fantastic news for me because it means I'm able to have a bit of breathing room and recharge the battery, ready for their next attack as well. You can see that the floor damage is clearly something, but look at the fuel. The fuel, I didn't really see this but as an issue, but the fuel is a big issue in this race for some reason. I don't know why you put the normal amount of fuel that I have done compared to previous races, but it's just going to get worse and worse. This is a horrible circuit for fuel saving. Vettel goes past, Russell tries to go past. We are going to try and hold on, trying to lift and coast through some of these sections, but it's just, you know, the main straight, when you've got Gasly and Russell either side of you, there's just no defence. We're going to try and get Russell back here down the inside, but I mean, we made contact with Gasly. I hold my hand up at that one, way too deep. Bit of floor damage as well, influencing there, and we're just losing positions left, right and centre. It's a horrible, it's gone from bad to worse. Can we survive now this lap and finish in the points? That, you know, we've got half a front wing left. We're on off circuit to try and defend. We get a warning from the FIA, trying to hold on this position as well, and that's low. We're out of fuel. We are out of fuel as we approach the stadium section. Yellow flags behind for us. The question is, can we hold on through the stadium section? You know, it's a slow series of corners. We defend from Russell there. As well, look at the train that's formed behind us as well. You know, just trying to floor it to the line. Russell goes past, Tsunoda goes past, and that's no points at Mexico. That's a heartbreaking moment. You know, if it wasn't for the fuel, I think we could have kept it ahead of Russell as well. But, you know, the DRS was just, that was lightning DRS. The floor damage really ruined our race today. As Piastri helped us out in the end. Piastri was the one that actually got in front of Leclerc in the pits. So fantastic work by the Williams crew to get Piastri there. Drugovich is just useless, to be honest. Hasn't done much and has been pretty much a terrible teammate for us, which leaves us the top 3 separated by 1 point. Verstappen, myself and Leclerc. Norris is 15 points back. I think his chances are possibly at an end. He does need us to sort of have a big collide. He needs to win for really next race at Portugal to have a standard chance. So all the hard work we did at Monza has been lost, but it's not the end of the world. Verstappen had an off day, finished only 6th, but Leclerc only 2nd, so there's still chance for us to come back and win this championship, but we'll have to wait and see. Next episode at Portugal, which we haven't won at all on this year's career mode. We've had 1 DNF and 1 third place in the 2 races so far, so we'll have to wait and see if we can win there. That episode will be out next week. So yes, if you have enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and new to the channel. See plenty more F1 22 career mode videos. But yeah, that was disappointing. You know, if it wasn't for the fuel, we'd have had a little bit of a gap. Possibly we would have finished maybe P8, P9. Yeah, until the next episode then, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.